Am I the a-hole for moving my son into a rental apartment after finding out that his dad's been canceling his job applications? My son AITA, 23, moved back in with us upon graduating college as my husband wanted. My husband's original plan was to have AITA live with us for free, but stay home and help with his disabled younger brother 16. AITA started complaining about needing money and wanted to find a job. My husband was against this and even offered to double his allowance. But AITA was growing tired of staying at home. So he began looking for jobs here and there for over a year. But none of his job applications came through. He'd just apply and they never get back to him. We were confused by this till recently. I found out that my husband was behind all the job applications being canceled. He'd wait till AITA applies, then he proceeds to cancel the application by impersonating him and using his email. I blew up at him for this, but his justification is that he's just trying to make sure that our younger son is cared for by AITA, and said that AITA has been big help, and him getting a job will affect his care for his brother. I went ahead and rented an apartment for AITA and told him to stay there till he finds a job and starts paying for it himself. AITA was hurt upon knowing what his dad did. My husband was livid when he found out. He called me unhinged and said that I was separating the boys and teaching AITA to become selfish and care more about a job than family. He also said it was a huge decision for me to rent an apartment without even running it with him. He's been giving me hell about it and is calling me a terrible mother for encouraging AITA to be selfish and self-centered. He said I needed to see and understand why he did what he did. Edit few things to mention. 1. My husband says that since he and I have health issues, then we could use AITA's help. 2. When I suggested outside help, my husband refused, saying he won't ask anything from anybody and that his son is his problem and nobody else's. 3. I used money from our joint account to pay for the rental apartment. My husband said it was wrong and that it was a major waste of money since we deal with medical bills consistently.
Am I the a-hole for selling my daughter's car after discovering her texting and driving? When my daughter was 14, wife and I decided we would buy a car for her to use on her 16th if she proved herself to be responsible, got good grades, etc. There would be a contract of sorts to ensure we were all on the same page. The stipulations were continuing good grades, good attitude. She could only bring one friend with her somewhere to begin with. We had to know where she was. And the obvious too. Don't drink and drive. And don't text and drive. We made it clear that we were buying the car, but it was for her to use. We got the car, a 2012 Honda Civic. She has a summer job right now. It's summer break, so she's out doing stuff with her friends, etc. In a few months she will be off to college. Everything was going swimmingly. Until someone on that Nextdoor app started posting pictures and videos of bad drivers in the area. And lo and behold, my daughter was posted with her face down as she texted and rolled through a stop sign, once with her face down in her phone at a stoplight. I was livid. My wife was the one who showed it to me. We found out there were more instances from her Instagram stories and we decided no. Wife and I up and sold the car. We didn't lose very much in the process, except of course our daughter completely came unraveled. It's so unfair. I didn't hurt anyone. Everyone's doing it. How am I supposed to get to work? What about when I go to college? Well, we said no. It's not unfair. You hurt us by being a shitty, irresponsible driver. No, not everyone's doing it. You can walk, ride your bike, or take the bus. And as for college, you don't need the car to get to and from classes. And again, ride your bike or walk. She tried to play the "how can you send your daughter to college without her safety in mind" card. And I said well, now you're concerned about safety. And she just up and screamed. This has everyone in our life up in arms and divided. Her grandparents think we're being over the top and awful, that grounding her would have sufficed. They threaten that they will buy her a car again if we try to send her to college without one. The car is already sold, so there's no going back. I think what we did was absolutely correct, that actions have consequences and we would be in the wrong to pull back from that. In terms of her going to college, well, she made that choice. She had a car. It came with certain stipulations. She disobeyed us, and now she pays the price.
Am I the a-hole for refusing to support my son's pregnant girlfriend until she takes a paternity test? My son, 20 for male, and his girlfriend, 20 for female, have only been together for 6 months, and she is apparently for months pregnant with his baby. They have actually been friends since high school, and so my husband and I have known her for a few years as well. She is a lovely girl, but honestly, she is not someone I had hoped would be the mother to my first grandchild. First of all, she is a recovering drug addict and alcoholic, and while she says she has been clean for 3 years, a relapse is always possible. She only finished high school with her GED, and she now works as a waitress full-time. Her parents died years ago, so she is largely on her own. Our family is considerably better off, and my son is joining his father's business, meaning his salary will be quite high and will only continue to grow. Since my son first told us she is pregnant, it can't escape my mind that he may not really heed the father, and that she picked him out of potential others because he would be the best in terms of support. My son is pushing us to help her with some of her pregnancy expenses, and I told him we would under the condition that she get a paternity test first. He completely blew up at that, accusing us of disliking her untrue, and not wanting to heed grandparents also untrue. He says he loves her and trusts her, and that he can't wait to meet his baby. I get that, but I think he's being idealistic. If he wants our support, we want a paternity test first. If the baby is truly his, then we would be happy to welcome her into our family, and we would be happy to help her out. Am I the a-hole? Edit. There are 7K replies to this post, and over 100 private messages in my inbox that I can't reply to. It's a pretty even mix of YTA and NTA, so clearly the only thing everyone can agree with is that it's complicated. I've gotten messages to kill myself. I've gotten messages calling my son an idiot, and I have gotten messages from the MGTOW subreddit telling me that the girlfriend is clearly a lying sociopath. I have also gotten a lot of messages from men who found out their child wasn't theirs after several years, who wish they had found out sooner. Am I the a-hole for giving away an expensive KitchenAid stand mixer my dad got me for my birthday that I thought looked extremely ugly? Background: for my 24th birthday, my dad got me a gray metal KitchenAid stand mixer for my apartment. It was about $700, I think. However, I did not ask for this, and honestly I freaking hate the color as it does not match anything in my place, and it's also too big. I gave it to my friend who liked it and was moving to a different state. My boyfriend then got me a cute black stand mixer that fit into my apartment a lot better. So that's what I have. My dad was over last night, and he noticed that the gray stand mixer was gone and replaced by the black one. He asked where it was, and I told him the truth, namely that I thought the gray was ugly, so I gave it to my friend, and my boyfriend got me the black one instead. My dad was shocked and said the gray stand mixer had cost a lot, and that he thought I would have liked it, so that's why he gave it to me as a present. Maybe here's where I'm the I said if he would have been more observant, he would have known that I absolutely hate the color gray. It's my least favorite color, and everyone in my life who knows me knows that. I honestly wasn't trying to be rude. I was just stating a fact. But my mom called me today and told me I really hurt my dad and need to apologize for throwing away a thoughtful birthday gift my dad had put a lot of money and thought into. I don't think that's necessary. I think after my dad gave me the stand mixer, it became mine, and I could do anything with it. And I didn't throw it away. I gave it to a friend. So am I the a-hole? Edit. Okay, so clearly I'm the asshole. I'll apologize to my dad. I didn't think it was such a big deal, but clearly I'm wrong. To explain some things. One, I didn't say the observant comment to hurt him. He kept saying he picked out gray because it matches everything, which it does not. So that's why I elaborated on me hating gray to literally everyone I'm close with. Except my dad, I guess, knows I hate gray. It's almost a running joke at this point. 3, my friend is really into cooking, baking, and I wanted to give her a moving away gift. She's not just some rando person I gave it to.
Am I the a-hole for not letting my husband shower when he wants? Mostly stay-at-home mom of 2 kids here, ages 1 and 3. I work 2 days a week at most, usually only 1. Most of the time I'm home with them. My husband is a blue-collar worker in construction. He works long days, his job is pretty physical, and he works really hard. He gets up at 5 a.m. and gets home by 6:30. My days are usually around the same, give or take an extra hour in the morning. Every single day my husband gets home, he wants to go to the bathroom and take a shower the second he gets in the driveway. This would be one thing if he was quick, but he takes at least 25 minutes on the toilet and 25-minute showers. And I cannot start dinner with the kids hanging off my legs. They just scream and cry every single time. I've started to ask him to wait until they go to bed, given I really only have a 2-hour window to get dinner ready, eat, clean up the dishes, clean up their chairs, get them ready for bed, get them baths, etc. He complied at first, but he's now telling me It's very unfair to ask him to sit in dirty clothes and be a sweaty mess for 2 hours until they get to bed, which I understand it's uncomfortable. But you know ... I single quotes I've just been alone with the kids for 13 hours straight. Every day, I have stuff I still need to get done. 2. My kids are in their tantrum phase as well, which has been really hard. He got really snippy with me today and said I was being incredibly selfish when I asked him to wait. I said I felt he was being selfish by running to the bathroom for almost an hour every time he gets home when he knows I have stuff to get done. 2. So, am I the a-hole here, or is he? Edit to add for info. I see so many comments about decompression time. None of this is about decompression time, it's about getting the kids to bed on time because they wake up even earlier if I don't get them to bed by 8 p.m. We have plenty of time after they go to sleep for ourselves. And I don't mind him doing whatever he wants to do at that point. I have exactly 1.5 hours to get dinner done, clean them up, and no, I can't give them a bath before dinner. They're messy eaters, read them a story and get ready for bed. If you take 50 minutes away from that, I have no time left. I also want to add I am very much just saying construction, as a general term. Some of all are acting like he's covered in mud, filth and fiberglass. He's not. He's a very sweaty person and his job is not dirty. I don't want to say his job title as there are people in this sub I know. Edit 2. Some of you are also misunderstanding what I'm asking. I'm not asking him to wait 2 hours to shower. I'm asking him to wait 30 minutes so I can get dinner done, get him and the kids fed, and then he has the rest of the evening to himself to shower, decompress, play his games, etc. I take care of the rest of the night.